Hi guys, Lugfog here and welcome to Sky Sports Fantasy Football. Very excited to bring you guys this video. I would just like to start off by apologising for no videos over the past week or so. I've been busy with work and also just really haven't had the desire to do FIFA 17 videos. I have wanted to do videos but just haven't had the time up until tonight. But yeah, just FIFA 17 in general, it's just not really my interest at the moment. And there will still be FIFA 17 videos on the channel before FIFA 18 is released, but there just will not be as many. However, I still hope to get out a couple of videos per week and then obviously continue to get things ready for FIFA 18 so I can give you hopefully daily videos and hopefully daily icon reviews once the game does drop, which is going to obviously be awesome for you guys because I know that is the main thing which attracts people to my channel. But anyway, yes, so Sky Sports Fantasy Football. I'd just like to say that I'm not getting paid to do this, believe me. I wish I was. I wish Sky would give me something maybe in return for this. Obviously, I am joking, but I don't know, maybe I might send them off an email to see if I can get something in return, who knows. But yeah, so in this video, we're going to look through the team selection which I've used, and then also I'm going to talk a little bit about the league which I'm going to be setting up and how you guys can get involved in that as well. So, yes, here we are. This is the team that I have created. The Premier League does start in like the next 22 hours. Arsenal versus Leicester. That's going to be an interesting game. And then obviously after that, Liverpool against Watford, 12:30 on the Saturday. That's going to be very exciting. And also getting to watch City against Brighton. So much looking forward to seeing Gabriel Jesus play again, as much as I want City to get beat. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, so getting off into the goalkeeper position, I am going to be going with Kasper Schmeichel. Now, a few people would say, why do you pick him? You know, away to Arsenal, it's going to be a very difficult game. And on paper, you would be 100% correct. But as we all know, Arsenal on the first game of the season in recent years do not play that well. Liverpool proved it last season. Villa proved it one season by smashing them 3-1. In general, they don't play very well in the first game of the season. So this is the perfect time for Leicester to play them. They've got some great new signings at the club. Vincent Zibora, who I don't think is actually going to be playing now. Obviously, Kasper Schmeichel in goal is going to be very solid. I'm surprised he's still here, and I'm surprised he's this cheap as well at 6.7. He is, for me, the second best goalkeeper in the league behind David De Gea. He was like double the price of Schmeichel, but for me, I was happy to go with Schmeichel. Anyway, getting off into the defence, I'm going to be going with Chris Smalling. West Ham at home. I'm actually kind of looking at my team now and thinking I should probably remove Ogbonna, but I think I'm going to stick with Ogbonna now, actually. For me, United will probably win. Who knows, there might be some kind of a shock. But for me, yeah, I do fancy United, and I think they will be able to keep a clean sheet. Smalling, great defender last season for United. Apart from probably Valencia, he was the best defender for United last season, and I think he's going to do the business this season as well. And obviously, clean sheet points are going to be huge for defenders in these games. And then I go with the next player of Ryan Bertrand. Now, you have to kind of look at some of the fixtures that are upcoming now. You can, I believe, transfer players during the midweek period. But I've looked at, I want to keep a lot of these players long-term as much as possible with not having to make transfers. That's kind of like a last resort situation for me. But for me, I've looked at the games that Southampton got coming up. And on paper, they are relatively easy games, and I would fancy them definitely against Swansea at home. Ryan Bertrand, I think, could definitely help Southampton get a clean sheet. And then I've gone with Ogbonna away to United. Who knows? United were actually pretty disappointing at home last season, so that's kind of why I've gone for Ogbonna, because sometimes last season United did struggle to actually score. Could maybe happen again, although I do doubt that with obviously the signing of Lukaku, but we'll have to wait and see. And then the final defender that I've gone with is going to be David Luiz. A lot of money at 10.1 million, but the guy's just so good. And playing against Burnley at home, you know what Chelsea are like. They usually win by about 4 or 5 goals in the first game of the season, and I would fancy them to comfortably beat Burnley, especially without Andre Gray now as well. So we'll just see how that goes for Burnley. But yeah, I'm going with David Luiz. Quite confident with that pick. Getting off into the midfield, I have gone with Matic. Now, this wasn't planned. I did have Vincent Zibora. I got rid of him though because apparently now, according to Sky, he is actually injured, which is a big shame for Leicester fans. But actually, when I was looking through for the replacements, I saw Matic at 8.3 million, the same price as Zibora, and I thought that's a much better deal. For me, Matic is a great selling at Manchester United. Don't really understand why he left Chelsea. I think that's extremely weird. Chelsea have let go some very weird players in the past who are actually really good and have gone on to do great things. Kevin De Bruyne, Daniel Sturridge, maybe Solanke, who knows? And I would also say probably Matic is going to go off and do good things as well. So, yeah, I've gone with him, and obviously I fancy him to do well against West Ham at home. Then I'm going with Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's going to do big things this season away to Brighton. I think they'll do pretty well, and I think he might get an assist or even a goal. So I fancy them to do well there. And then going with Xhaka as well at home to Leicester. He got man of the match against Chelsea in the Community Shield, so that's why I've gone with him. Hopefully he might have a good start to the season. And then getting off into the attack, an interesting attack. I had to go with some of the with Solanke. I think, well, actually, I chose him because I only had 7.5 million left to buy a striker, so I thought I'll just go with Solanke. He might start, he might not even start against Watford, who knows. I think he actually will, though, because he's been very impressive in pre-season. Also, Firmino, great player, did very well last season, and I think he'll do well again this season. And then Gabriel Jesus. I think he's really going to, give Sergio Aguero a run for his money this season, and I think Jesus will score on the opening day of the season against Brighton. I really, really do fancy him to do that. And obviously as well, De Bruyne and Jesus actually have quite a decent partnership. If you go and watch some montage videos of like Manchester City, a lot of these two always seem to be linking up very nicely, so I fancy them to do well against Brighton. So that is the team done, guys. Now, I am going to have a league created for this series, obviously, so you guys can get involved if you want to. I'm also going to kind of talk to some of the YouTubers and see if they want to get themselves involved, as well as their kind of subscribers and all that kind of stuff, to try and make it this big, massive, awesome league. Not having too many, but having a decent size. And I also do plan, depending on if the series is actually going to be a success or not, I do plan to have a little bit of a prize at the end. The prize being, at the moment, it would probably be a pre-order copy of FIFA 19 once the pre-order would come available for FIFA 19. So that is something that I am planning to do. It is completely free to download. You do have to make an account, and make sure that you put the account as being over 18. Otherwise, you will need parents or any guardians to kind of give permission for you to use it. So just be a little bit careful about that. And then also the code for the league, or should I say the pin, is 8349587, which I will probably leave as well in the description at some point, so you guys can go and join that league. I believe the league name is the Premier League as well. And also I actually had the option to choose a pundit to add, and I thought I would go with Jeff Sterling. Obviously you got to choose any of the Sky Sports ones like Phil Thompson, Paul Merson, Matt Letizia, but I went with Jeff Sterling because he's one of the lads, isn't he? He is one of the lads, and I thought he'd be a good one to go with, so we'll be able to kind of compare how he would do with how we will do. So who knows, maybe it might be giving Jeff Sterling a copy of FIFA 19. That could be quite interesting if he does go and win this kind of league. But anyway, guys, that's going to finish up this video. Very excited for the Premier League tomorrow and to kind of see how this series does. So you'll pretty much need to kind of get your from when this video goes up tonight, you will only have about maybe 18 hours or so to kind of actually get in your teams for this week, so it's going to have to be done pretty quickly. I don't think there'll be many people in this first week, but then hopefully from the following week we'll have quite a few people actually going to be ready to play in this season-long competition. But anyway, guys, that's going to finish off this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.